Don't lose your home to nursing home costs. Protect it. You spent your life working for one thing, security. You paid off the mortgage, saved what you could, maybe even planned to pass the house down to your kids. But the hard truth is, once a health crisis occurs, one diagnosis, one fall, and the state could take your home. Not because you did anything wrong, but because you didn't know the rules. Every year, thousands of families in Washington lose their family home to nursing home costs and Medicaid recovery, and most of them never saw it coming. But the good news, there are smart legal ways to protect your home and your legacy if you act early. Hi, I'm Jason Gray, an estate planning attorney right here in Washington State. In this video, I'll show you how much long-term care actually costs, the 3 best strategies to protect your home, and the exact Washington Medicaid rules you need to know. If you have an aging parent, or you are the aging parent, this could be the most important video you'll watch all year. The true cost of care. Let's look at the numbers. In Washington, the average cost of nursing home care is over $10,500 per month. That's $126 per year, and in many cases, it's higher in urban areas like Seattle or Bellevue. Now, here's what surprises people. Medicare does not cover this, not long-term care, not memory care, not assisted living. Unless you qualify for Medicaid, which is based on very limited income and asset thresholds, you're on your own to figure out how to pay for care. That means your savings drains fast. If you have savings, your retirement accounts get liquidated, and your home could be the subject of estate recovery. We had a client that we were working with, and they had tried to set things up with another attorney so that they could protect their home, but they didn't understand the difference between a revocable trust and an irrevocable trust. Unfortunately, that attorney got things wrong and did a revocable trust, which does not protect against Medicaid. What we want to do instead, if we have time and we're not anticipating long-term care costs that we can't pay for within the next 5 years, then there are other options there. So that family unfortunately did have to sell the house and lose those assets, but it didn't have to end that way. Let's talk about how to protect yourself. Number 1, long-term care insurance. This is the most proactive solution, but it only works if you get it early. What it covers: nursing home care, in-home care, assisted living. Pros are that it keeps you in control of your assets, prevents you from needing Medicaid, preserves your home and other assets. Cons are expensive. It can cost a lot, especially if you buy it later in life. Health underwriting is strict. Many people get denied. Premiums can increase over time. If you're in your 50s or early 60s and still in really good health, it could be a strong piece of your strategy. But what if it's too late for that? Let's talk about Medicaid planning. Number 2, in comes the Medicaid Asset Protection Trust, or MAPT for short. This is one of the most powerful tools in estate planning, especially in Washington. Here's how it works. You transfer your home into an irrevocable trust. You keep the right to live in it during your lifetime, but it's removed from your personal estate for Medicaid purposes. And then if done correctly and 5 years in advance, that house or that property is going to be fully protected later on. When you pass away, the home goes to your beneficiaries, no Medicaid lien, no probate, but timing is everything. Washington State has a 5-year look-back rule. That means if you create the trust and then need care within 5 years, the protection may not apply. This strategy isn't for emergencies, it's for planners and works great when set up in time. Number 3, irrevocable asset protection trusts. These go beyond the MAPT, and they're customized to protect things like family homes, vacation properties, investment properties, income producing real estate. They give you long-term protection, privacy, avoid probate, and provide a strong defense against Medicaid recovery. The trade-off: you are giving up direct control over the assets inside, but you can still benefit indirectly and preserve your legacy for the next generation. It's kind of like a fireproof safe for your life savings. Washington State Medicaid rules. Let's dive deeper into Washington specifics because the fine print matters. The 5-year look back rule. If you gift or transfer assets within 60 months of applying for Medicaid, it triggers a penalty period, meaning you may be ineligible for benefits for months or years. That's why planning early is non-negotiable. Estate recovery laws. Washington will recover costs from your estate after you pass away unless you've used a protected trust strategy or your home meets certain exemptions, like your surviving spouse still lives there or a child with disabilities. But even then, once that spouse or child pass away, recovery is back on the table. Important tip, a will alone does not protect against Medicaid estate recovery. You need a trust and it needs to be properly set up under state law. Few exceptions to know. Child caregiver who lived in the home for 2+ years before nursing care may qualify for protection, or as I mentioned, a disabled child or spouse still living in the home may prevent recovery temporarily, but these are narrow exceptions and require documentation. Don't rely on luck, get a plan in place. If you or a loved one owns a home in Washington and are over 60, this is your window to act, because once a health event happens, your options shrink fast. Don't wait for a crisis. If you're serious about building a plan, we offer a free consultation to walk you through your options based on your age, assets, and family situation, because protecting your home isn't just about money, it's about stability, dignity, leaving a legacy. Share this with someone who's caring for an aging parent. You never know how much they may need it. And check out this new video. YouTube thinks you'll love it.